All right, we're here to talk about eelgrass restoration with Laura. Laura is a technician here at the Romberg-Tiburon Center. Laura, can you tell us about your job?
Sure. I work in Kathy Boyer's lab, and we do some research on both wetlands and on seagrasses in the bay.
Great, and Laura's working on a project right now that takes place at China Camp. And we're here in the greenhouse, and Laura, can you tell us about your experiment at China Camp?
Sure. We're interested in restoring eelgrass beds. There's evidence that the mudflat around China Camp used to have eelgrass, but currently it doesn't. So we're going to eelgrass beds at different places in the bay, and we're collecting flowers. And we're putting these flowers into mesh bags, and these mesh bags are small enough that they hold in the seagrass, but the seeds can fall out and germinate on the bay floor.
So Laura has the mesh bag here, and it's filled inside with eelgrass. And some of you may not know about eelgrass, but it's a plant that actually makes flowers, just like plants that you know that live on land. But this plant lives its entire life cycle under the water, and it lives in shallow water areas, kind of near mud flats, if you've seen the mud flat at China Camp already. So Laura, can you tell us about this mesh bag?
This mesh bag is actually designed for oyster fishermen, and it's just something that we adapted to use for eelgrass.
So what exactly are you trying to do at China Camp?
We are trying to restore eelgrass so that there will be a nice eelgrass bed in front of China Camp that can act as a nursery for fish, can act as a food source, something that this just used to be there historically and isn't anymore.
Great, so eelgrass is good habitat. So we were looking at these eelgrass plants just a minute ago, and Laura showed us the seeds, and I'm hoping we can zoom in on the seeds again.
So if you look underneath this filamentous stuff, which is actually an animal called a bryozoan, and you can see this green right here. That is the seed developing.
It looks like a little bump inside the grass blade.
It does. And as it develops, it will become more and more brown before it falls out.
All right, Laura, thanks so much for coming out today. We really appreciate you taking time out from your travels on the bay to teach us about eelgrass.
Thank you.